Greetings, brave souls, and welcome back to Vivid Sagas. It's great to have you here again as we prepare to plunge into the world of spooky tales and chilling frights. In today's story, get ready to lock your doors, turn off the lights, and join us on a journey into the darkest corners of your imagination. Brace yourselves, for tonight, we unravel a story that will haunt your dreams. It's going to be one terrifying ride. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our Vivid Sagas. So if you're ready, join me in the library and let's jump right into the thrills. Enjoy the story. Once upon a time in the small quiet town of Willowbrook, nestled among the dense woods, there stood an infamous house known to the locals as Hollow House. For generations, it had been whispered about in hushed tones, tales of its dark history passed down from parent to child. The house was a towering, decaying mansion, its windows shattered, its gardens overgrown with thorns and ivy. One crisp October evening, 5 brave friends, Ethan, Sarah, Jake, Lily, and Ben, gathered around a campfire, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames. They had grown tired of hearing the terrifying stories about Hollow House and decided it was time to face their fears. "It's just an old house," Ethan declared, trying to hide the nervous tremor in his voice. "We'll go in, poke around a bit, and prove to everyone that it's all just superstition." The others exchanged uneasy glances, but their curiosity got the best of them, and with flashlights in hand, they set out toward the dreaded mansion. Moonlight filtered through the trees, casting eerie shadows on the overgrown path that led to the front door. As they approached, the wind seemed to whisper in their ears, and the creaking of the dilapidated porch sent shivers down their spines. Ethan, the self-proclaimed leader of the group, pushed open the heavy front door, and it groaned in protest. Inside, the air was thick with the smell of dampness and decay. Dust danced in the beams of their flashlights as they ventured deeper into the darkened interior. The grand foyer was filled with cobwebs, and the faded wallpaper peeled from the walls like aged skin. "Keep an eye out for anything spooky," Jake whispered, his voice shaky. "But let's not freak out over every little noise." As they explored room after room, they discovered an abandoned library, a crumbling ballroom, and a dining hall with a long-forgotten feast still set on the table. The house's eerie silence was only broken by their echoing footsteps and the occasional scuttling of unseen creatures. Lily, the most superstitious of the group, couldn't shake the feeling that they were not alone. She kept hearing faint whispers and faint cries, but when she turned her flashlight toward their source, there was nothing to be found. Finally, they reached the top floor, where they encountered a locked door at the end of a dimly lit hallway. The door was heavy and ornate, adorned with intricate carvings of twisted vines and grotesque faces. "This must be it," Ethan said, his voice filled with anticipation as he produced a rusted key they had found earlier. With a loud click, the door swung open, revealing a hidden chamber bathed in an eerie blue glow. Inside, the room was filled with antique mirrors, each reflecting their own terrified faces. In the center stood an old cracked mirror that seemed to pulsate with an otherworldly energy. The whispers grew louder, and Lily's terror reached its peak. Suddenly, their flashlights flickered and died, plunging them into darkness. Panic set in as they fumbled for their phones, using them as makeshift flashlights. In the pale light of their screens, they saw their own reflections in the cracked mirror, but something was horribly wrong. Their reflections were distorted, twisted, and menacing. They moved independently, their mirrored selves reaching out with grotesque elongated arms. Lily screamed, and the others shouted in terror as they stumbled backward trying to escape. But there was no escape from the mirror's clutches. It reached out and grabbed them one by one, pulling them into its otherworldly realm. Their screams echoed through the house, growing fainter and fainter until they were gone, leaving only an empty room. The next morning, the town awoke to the disappearance of the 5 friends. Search parties combed through the woods and scoured the town, but there was no trace of them. Hollow House remained as it always had, an eerie relic of a dark past, with its secrets safely hidden within its decaying walls. The legend of Hollow House grew even darker, and the townspeople whispered of the cursed mirror that had claimed the souls of the brave adventurers who dared to enter. And so, the house remained abandoned, its dark history preserved for generations to come, a chilling reminder of the perils that awaited those who ventured too close to the shadows. I hope you enjoyed this tale as much as we did bringing it to you. If you found this video entertaining, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love a good story. Stay tuned for our next great adventure, as we have more exciting narratives coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when our next story unfolds. Thank you for being a part of our storytelling community. Until next time, keep your imagination alive, and remember that the best stories are yet to come.